Hello and welcome, guys, to another episode here of Talk Tottenham. Here with your host Tom, bringing you instant match reaction from Tottenham Hotspur's 2-1 win this evening here at Selhurst Park. The game isn't long finished, guys, and wow, it was a little bit hairy towards the end there, but Spurs, just about did enough. But on reflection of the whole game, I thought we were pretty good value for that win. That said, the first half I thought was probably one of our poorest actually this season. I know Palace did set up to frustrate us, and they didn't give us any sort of space. I'm not even sure how many shots we had on target in the whole game. To be honest, I think probably just one or two. It might have even just been one because obviously they scored an own goal, but with Ward for our first. Second half though was much better, and I was expecting Ange to kind of get into the players at half time, speed things up, show a bit more urgency, and yeah, it was a really good move for the first goal, where sort of Sar's been basically played in on that right hand side. Um, and it's fallen basically to Madders, who's kind of lashed at it basically. And yeah, luckily for us, Ward's just put it in. And then that was really what we needed, because Palace then they had to take a few more chances, they had to get forwards, and never really. I didn't think they didn't really lay a glove on us even then. We took control of the game in the second half, and yeah, it really was the move of the match that led to Sonny's goal. Lovely work by well, first of all, beautiful ball out from Sarr. I think out to I think it was Johnson on the left. Johnson's headed it in field, and yeah, and it basically. Well, I don't think it was Johnson actually. Well, Johnson's finally cut it back to Sonny. I think. I think Richarlison might have been involved in the move as well. Perhaps I can't quite remember, but yeah, it was a nice move, a nice little cutback from Johnson, and Sonny's arriving in there to put us 2-0 ahead. And then really it was kind of a non-game really for the last few minutes until Jordan Ayew stuck one away from like 25 yards. Such a lucky goal. I know it's a good strike, but you know Palace didn't look like threatening all game, to be honest, until then. It is a good shot, but 9 times out of 10, that's going rose ed. Um, but yeah, fair play to him. He has stuck it in. And then, what was it? It was about 3 or 4 minutes left on the clock. They had one more chance. Um, I'm not quite sure who it's fallen to. It might have been the left back, and Porro really did well to kind of cut down the angle there and shut him off. Um, yeah, for me, it was all about the points today, and by hook or by crook, we got there, guys. We got the 3 points. We go 5 points clear at the top. Everyone is writing us off. Everyone's saying, it ain't gonna last, and I just say let them say that, because I don't know if anyone really. I don't know. At what point do you have to start questioning whether or not we are in a title race? I mean, it's 10 games. We've just basically. I think the next few games up until January now are going to be so pivotal. If we can, if we can just keep this run going, just 2 or 3 more games. I mean, we've got a tough run of fixtures coming up. Now we've got, obviously we play Chelsea, and then I think we go away to Wolves, and then we've got Villa at home, and then Man City away. I mean, they're all games there where we're playing against improving teams. You look at you look at Villa at the moment; they're flying. Wolves have just had a good win at Bournemouth, and I think Gary O'Neill's a good manager. And then City away. I look. I think we can definitely beat Chelsea. I think in the next one, and then you're looking at the the Wolves away game, and the Villa at home. If we can pick up 4 points from those two games, So if we can take 7 points from the next three and then stay unbeaten, that would probably keep us top. It probably would. And then we go into the Man City away game, and that would probably be like game 14 then, and nobody then will be able to say we're not in a title race, because that'll be like 30 or 40% into the season. And we've got a good record against City, haven't we? We've beaten them away before, and I don't think we'd have anything to fear, especially going there unbeaten. And what a game that would be! But I'm probably getting a bit carried away myself here. Let's just think about the next game. Ange won't let them do anything else, right? It's always the next game, I think, with Ange, and the next one is Chelsea. And we've got a good break before that game, haven't we? I think we've got like pretty much 10 days now to prepare for that game, which is just absolutely fantastic. We got the points tonight. We can sit back, relax, whilst, City play away at United this weekend. So, somebody's going to drop points, and that's going to be good for us, also in the top four race as well, if United potentially drop points. So, yeah, look, for me, I predicted a 3-1 win for Spurs before the game. We came out 2-1 winners. I think it was a really disciplined performance, and I love Ange's comments after the game. Ange was sort of saying how well, we did. We had to be patient tonight. We had to wait for our chance. Palace, they were always going to make it difficult for us. It was never really going to be an open game, and so it proved. And I said before the game, in my pre-match prediction as well, in the preview, I didn't think it was going to be a really open game. I heard a lot of Spurs fans before the game saying, we were going to thrash them 3-0, 4-0. I never really thought it was going to be that type of game. Even though I said 3-1, I still thought it was going to be tight and we'd open them up in the second half. But yeah, look, for me, there were some really great performances tonight. Mickey van de Ven, wow, he just keeps getting better and better. This pace is just frightening, getting us out of situations. Romero next to him. I loved all the shithousery, between the Romero was giving the Palace fans along with Vicario at the back, keeping the ball. I thought Sarr had a good game in the midfield. Basuma did well. And Madders again involved in both goals. Sonny looked threatening. He was getting in good spaces. Brilliant to see Bentancur come back in the second half. That feels like a new signing. That really does, and that provides really good strength and depth in that area as well. To have Rodrigo Bentancur back, it's just another fantastic option. And Højbjerg came on as well. I thought he did quite well. So it was really, really good. Just fantastic, guys. To get the points, 5 points clear. It's now 10 games. We're unbeaten. That's 8 wins and 2 draws, and we're just absolutely flying, aren't we? And long may it continue. And I'm just so pleased for the long-suffering Spurs fans, seeing those celebrations on Sky at the end of the game, where the fans are just cheering for Bentancur and Ange and the players giving it back as well. It's just what we deserve after just so many years, especially the last 3 or 4 years of just the dross that we've been served up, and the heartache and the pain. It feels like it's kind of disappeared, and I really just don't want this dream to end. And yeah, next up's Chelsea. Let's see what happens. They're improving. That game now is just going to be an absolute humdinger of a game, and I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it, and I think we'll put them to the sword, guys. I'll sign off now because it's quite late. But let me know in the comments, what does this mean? What does this win mean for you? Who was your man of the match tonight? Who were the unsung heroes? For me, this is a big 3 points. This is a statement win, because everyone was looking at us tonight, waiting for us to slip up, and all the fans would have come on, and given us a lot of grief, all the Arsenal and Chelsea fans, and they haven't. We haven't slipped up. We've got the points. So we've got a nice break now until the Chelsea game. That should give us a rest and ensure that a doggy gets back to fitness, and probably gives Bentancur more training time as well. Guys, just absolutely delighted. So enjoy your weekend. Let's hope results go our way also in the Premier League. I'll be giving you my preview match for Chelsea during the week. And guys, come on you Spurs.